Good morning. Welcome to a wonderful Wednesday and Choti Deepavali. May the festival of lights lighten up our hearts and may just make it more heartwarming. And let's add power to our dreams by manifesting, by having some fluid movement and making them come to fruition. So without further ado, let's start our morning. How wonderful. Let's start our morning looking after our body, finding some new knowledge, finding some correction in lifestyle, or if possible, just a review. Okay, so does everyone do the exercise? Yesterday, you heard the video number 5 with Margaret, and I hope you've done that. Okay, so it's lovely to be reminded that, Diwali time is here. We all are having probably late nights and a mixed up schedule. It's the energy is probably helter-skelter, yet we can mix up all that movement exercise. So variation exercise can be wonderfully beneficial for the body. Mix up your workout routine. Go for a hike on the weekend, take a dance class, go rock climbing, practice yoga, do some Tabata or join a team sport so that there is enough variation. By mixing things up, you stay interested in activity, have more fun, and burn some more energy because your body has to adopt to something new. So walking is amazing, they say. Yoga is super amazing. Everything is amazing, but mixing one or the other will give us some excitement, some motivation. That's when today the gyms have different classes for all the 7 days so that there's no monotony for those of us who forget doing it. So yes, that's for that. And today about tapping into wealth, we have completed chapter number 5. We have seen our conditioning from our childhood. And now today the chapter will further take us into chapter number 6, which is about financial trauma. So I'm not saying that all of us go through it, but by and large, the sciences is common. So let's understand what is financial trauma and do we have it? Have we gone through it or are we just seeing it? So nothing gets lost, in this beautiful world of finances. Nothing is ever too much or nothing is ever too less. Let's go with an open mind to find that are we syncing with this? Is our energy similar or are we understanding this concept? So let's start this concept, which is about trauma and only to do with money. So trauma comes from an event that shocks you and creates great distress or suffering, both during the event and after it's over. You might not associate this with money, but I often encounter people with these kinds of responses to their financial situation. I began to notice a distinct pattern of past traumatic stories that came up when I worked with people on their savings account or lack thereof, or on their debt. These past events sometimes involved actual emotional or physical trauma. But even if the person didn't see the incident as traumatic, it seemed to have a strong impact, sometimes catastrophic, on the person's savings account or debt load. Regardless of how long ago the event occurred, its negative effect could still be seen in the emotions or finances of my clients. So I felt it crucial to define this particular type of situation or what it truly is, a financial trauma. And I wanted to help you identify any of that you may have experienced that might be holding you back from increasing your wealth. Now, what's identifying trauma? How do we identify trauma? So let's look deep within and understand. Do we suffer from financial trauma? So here is the acid test for whether or not you do. Look at the numbers that represent your debt or your savings or both. Think about them. Do any memories you regret pop up into your head? A past incident, a bad decision you made, or a person who steered you in the wrong direction? Does this elicit thoughts like, if only this hadn't happened, I'd be much further ahead? Or my financial picture would be so much better had I not done that or listened to him. If you can say that about anything you experienced in the past, you have had a financial trauma. A financial trauma has two key elements to it. First, it's a past event that has a very definite chop on your mind. It has a very dramatic negative on your mind, a very dramatic negative impact on your money, on anything that you've saved, any kind of credit, or all of it. Second, when you look at your current money situation, such as your savings account or your credit score, you still see the impact of that event reflected in your numbers. Sometimes it came from a real trauma, such as an accident, a betrayal, divorce. Sometimes your business went bad, some decisions went bad. Sometimes you went through catastrophic illness and a lot of money was spent in that. Or if you didn't go through an illness, somebody in the family went for it and you really had to spend money. And वो आज भी इसका reflection आ रहा है आपके finances में. Even if you've done lots of personal development or therapy work around the emotional side of what happened, you may not have dealt with how massively it affected your money. If you look at your financial picture today and still feel strong anger, sadness, or regret about a past event that greatly impacted it, then the trauma is still there. Common causes of financial trauma that I've seen are trusting someone who ripped you off, a business gone bad, a betrayal in a business partnership, having something stolen from you, feeling taken to the cleaners in a divorce settlement, making a very poor decision about an investment or business, not being adequately insured for a serious accident or illness, going into bankruptcy for any of the above reasons. So just to let you know, ज़रूरी नहीं है कि ये सब आप feel करें. It's not important that you all have to go through this. Like I haven't gone through any of this. Like I have gone through it, but it hasn't made an impact on my finances. So mentally, if any of your kharcha pani or any that you have done वो आज भी effect आ रहा है तो ये आपके लिए है. It's not important that you have to go through it, but many a times, most of them have gone through this. That's what is the reading. So if you have experienced any scenario like those above we spoke about, no matter how long ago, it can linger in your emotions, impact your stress levels, and radically change your willingness to trust in the future. This makes it truly a financial trauma by my definition. For example, think about an event in your past that might be a financial trauma and see how true on a scale of 1 to 10 any of these statements feel. Ever since that day, I don't trust myself. कभी रॉन्ग डिसीजन ले लिया हो तो आप अपने डिसीजन को वापस 10 बार सोचते हैं कि अरे उस समय रॉन्ग हुआ था तो आज भी रॉन्ग हो जाएगा. कहीं ना कहीं वो लर्क करता है माइंड में. आई लर्न दैट यू जस्ट कांट ट्रस्ट अदर पीपल. कभी आपके साथ चीटिंग हुई हो, किसी ने कैसे भी किया हो, तो आपको मन में आ गया कि यू कांट ट्रस्ट पीपल, यू मिसट्रस्ट पीपल. मनी ब्रिंग्स आउट द डार्क साइड इवन इन पीपल यू ट्रस्ट. तो ये बहुत लोग के साथ होता है कि मनी तो अच्छे अच्छों का की नियत बदल देता है, So I didn't handle it well and should have known better. मुझे नहीं पता था and I handled it. So, however, whatever comes to your mind for this, I should have advocated for myself before. Or the universe just totally didn't support me, so I must be bad. Ever since that day, I'm afraid to believe and don't want to get my hopes up too high because I might be disappointed. So I don't want to try anymore. हम try करना ही बंद कर देते हैं in this fact कि चलो कल पता नहीं होगा, मैंने इतना effort किया, कुछ work ही नहीं किया. Now what? And universe is not supporting me. It's not my good days. Sir, can we turn the page? If any of those statements feel true, you've got a financial trauma, and tapping on this will be life changing. The problem with the financial trauma is that it keeps causing pain. As you move forward in time, the memory of it goes with you, acting as irrefutable evidence of unfairness and disappointment related to money. It may even feel like, in addition to the money you've lost a piece of yourself that you can never get back. Traumas in general make you feel vulnerable and unsure of yourself, suspicious of others, worried about what can happen to you in the future. That's why people tend to avoid certain activities and experiences more after trauma than they would have done before. Traumas in your finances cause you to avoid focusing on creating more wealth and make you skeptical about whether it's possible to change your entire wealth picture. Proof of how unfair life can be and how badly things can turn out, regardless of the amount of effort you put in, is always with you in your memories of past traumas, even when you're not conscious of them. So let's understand this very, very, very clearly. Traumas हमें in a way paralysis mode में ले आते हैं, where we can't move, think, do anything because वो हमारी conditioning में बैठ जाते हैं, and then we start avoiding some things, and they're leading to our collapse or they're leading to our stagnancy. So let's talk about this further and let's identify it. We will be doing identifying this through the meditation also. एक बार पढ़ते भी हैं. So what about our savings and trauma? वहाँ कहाँ linkage है? Savings account or lack में, like your savings account or lack of में, they might be closely tied to financial trauma. When you work with income, there's always a give and take exchange that involves your belief in the value of your time, energy, work, intelligence, and training. So obviously जब हम business करते हैं, कुछ भी transaction करते हैं, कहीं से भी income आता है, तो income क्यों आती है? Because हम कुछ देते हैं, service दे रहे हैं, product दे रहे हैं, कुछ दे रहे हैं. There's a give and take. अब जब हम देते हुए क्या energy दे रहे हैं और क्या क्या टाइम दे रहे हैं या कितना इंटेलिजेंटली प्लान कर रहे हैं या हमारी ट्रेनिंग हुई है या हम ट्रेनिंग कर रहे हैं या कितना हम उसमें पॉजिटिविटी डाल रहे हैं, ग्रैटिट्यूड डाल रहे हैं और क्या बिलीफ है, वो वर्क करता है कि क्या हमें मिल रहा है. With savings, there is a very different energy. As I said earlier, a savings account can represent different things to different people. It's important to see what happens when you tune into your savings account. So do this exercise to create your awareness or to increase your awareness. So क्या exercise करेंगे हम आज to identify financial trauma, especially with savings? We will write down in our savings right now the amount. If you have none or you have debt, or just put the number 0. So जिन लोग के पास savings है ही नहीं या जिन लोग के पास उधार है, please put number 0. We'll deal with debt in the next chapter. Now, जिनके पास savings है, जो भी है, 1000 रुपया, 10,000, लाख, 10 लाख, 1 करोड़, 10 करोड़, whatever you have. Savings amount में जो आपका savings account में जो amount है, उसको आप लिख लीजिए. Look at that number. Then just below it, write down how much you'd love to have in your savings account. एक number क्या है और एक मेरी expectation क्या है, मेरी manifestation क्या है, मेरा dream क्या है, उसके नीचे मुझे लिखना है वो number. Now, I don't mean the million or $1 billion future vision. For now, just use a number that represents the next step up from where you are now. तो कई लोग बोलेंगे मेरा तो ड्रीम है कि 121 करोड़ आना चाहिए महीने का, फॉर एग्जाम्पल जस्ट बॉल पार्क. तो वो नहीं लिखना. इमीडिएट स्टेप में नेक्स्ट अगर मैं कुछ डिसीजन लेता हूँ वो क्या आएगा. तो सपोज मेरा अभी 1 करोड़ इनकम है, आई मीन सेविंग है महीने की और मुझे उसको सवा करनी है, तो दैट रियलिस्टिक, सो दैट आपका हार्ट एंड माइंड का कोहेरेंस हो सके. Think in terms of how much you'd have to increase your savings account to feel more secured. तो अगर आपको भी इनसिक्योरिटी है सेविंग्स अकाउंट में, just think about that. दोनों नंबर्स को कंपेयर करें, have a look at them and focus on the exact amount of savings you have. Once you've absorbed that number, say out loud, it's not enough, it's never been enough. Pay attention to how true that statement feels and what emotions come up when you say it. Also, if any past events pop up in your mind that contribute to your current level of savings. So we have meditation में करेंगे, देखते हैं कुछ memories आती हैं या नहीं आती हैं. Because अगर आती हैं तो कहीं ना कहीं financial trauma है जाने अनजाने में और वो pop up हो जाएगा. और नहीं है तो हमने शायद block किया हुआ है या वाकई में नहीं होगा. The reactions that come up from the thousands of people I've worked with range from fear and panic. Feelings discussed earlier in relation to survival also have a lot of deep sadness, depression, or loss. This is a point that helps many people become more conscious of financial trauma they may have endured. No matter how long it happened, the memory of a financial trauma can still trigger negative emotions and be evident in your current financial situation. Pay attention to exactly what's going on when you tune into your savings account. It offers many clues as to why you don't have more money. To learn more, the second part of exercise, तो हम ये करने वाले हैं फिर दिखते हैं. पहला हमने स्टेप कर लिया, second step क्या होगा? We look at our savings account again, think about any related event that still lingers in our thoughts and in a negative way and ask, what does this mean about me? Self-questioning. And then look at the amount in your savings account and the gap between that, what you'd like to have, and fill in the blank. This means I am whatever comes in your mind. अभी करके देखेंगे उसके बाद questions होगा तो we'll ask. Once again, in addition to the strong emotions that get activated and trigger your flight or fight system, think about your savings account will often generate a different kind of harsh talk by your inner critic. 90% क्या होता है? हम पहली बार करते हैं तो हमें समझ में आता है कि ये मेमोरी आई है. अच्छा, इस मेमोरी की वजह से मुझे आज तक मेरी कंडीशनिंग है. फिर हम सवाल करते हैं इससे मुझे क्या समझ में आ रहा है, तो एक और आंसर मिलता है. जो आंसर्स मिल रहे हैं हमारे हायर सेल्फ से मिल रहे हैं, हमारे इनर चाइल्ड से मिल रहे हैं, तो उसको निगेट मत करिएगा कि मैंने ही प्लान किया, मैंने ही पूछा, मैंने ही जवाब दे दिया. नो, अगर आपने सवाल किया है तो आपको जवाब मिला है और इसका मतलब मेरी कंडीशनिंग ऐसी है. ओके, उसका मतलब कहीं ना कहीं क्रिटिसिज्म भी आएगी. और उसमें कैसे आने वाला है, वो आपका इनर चाइल्ड को आदत पड़ी हुई क्रिटिसाइज सुनने की, और आप अपने आप को क्रिटिसाइज करते रहते हो. कैसे करते हो? अब आप सेल्फ टॉक कैसे कर रहे हो डिपेंड करता है आपकी इनकम कैसे आ रही है और आपने क्या कॉन्फिडेंस है आपके बारे में, आप कैसे मनी मैनेजर और आपकी क्या कंडीशनिंग है. आप ऐसा भी बोल सकते हो, आई एम एन इडियट विद मनी, आई फील्ड इन हैंडलिंग माय मनी प्रॉपर्ली, I've stupidly made mistakes with my money. I've made bad investments. I spend too much. I don't save enough. I can't take my family enough for a holiday. I'm not good with money. कुछ भी conditioning आपकी शायद आ सकती है. अब मार्गरेट बोलते हैं, surprisingly, I've done this exercise with people who have PhDs or are mathematicians, CPAs, accountants, and financial advisors. बड़े बड़े पहुंचे लोगों को भी ये नहीं पता होता उनकी कंडीशनिंग के बारे में. While they spend their entire life focused on numbers and money management for other people, they feel completely inept, inadequate, and a whole list of negative labels in their personal finances. For example, Emma was a CPN financial advisor who earned a great living because she was fantastic at her profession. She came to work with me because she needed to do more public speaking to grow her business, but she suffered from speaking anxiety. When working to find out the root of her speaking fears, Emma revealed that she felt like a fraud as a money expert. When I asked her why, she says, because the truth is, I am a fraud. I have no savings, no security, no investments, nothing. तो अगर मेरे पास कुछ है ही नहीं और मैं उसको पढ़ा रही हूँ तो आई एम अ फ्रॉड, राइट? सिर्फ फिर बातों की धनी हूँ, अंदर अंदर पे तो नहीं हूँ. इसलिए द रियल ट्रूथ इज, एमा सेज, आई एम अ फ्रॉड. आई हैव एब्सोल्यूट नो आइडिया व्हाट आई एम डूइंग. The real truth is that I'm a terrible money manager for myself. किसी को मालूम पड़ जाएगा तो they'd never hire me. She was in complete panic, awake till late nights, lamenting over her lack of financial security. And she was very angry at herself for being in that position. Though Emma made a great income, she had no savings because of a bad choice she was persuaded to make 10 years earlier. That mistake still haunted her. So, एक गलती करी थी कभी 10 साल पहले, उसकी कंडीशनिंग आज तक चलती आ रही है, उसका इम्पैक्ट आज तक चलता आ रहा है कि वो अभी भी फाइनेंशियल मेस में है. After her divorce, she had a nice nest egg from investing her settlement wisely. But after several years, Emma made the bold decision to invest in some property with a new boyfriend who was very persuasive. Things appeared to be going well, and she invested even more money until all of her nest egg was gone. Suddenly, everything went wrong. The boyfriend disappeared, and she was left without any way to recover her losses. If only that had not happened, if only I had not been so stupid, I'd be so much farther ahead right now, she said with the weight of the world in her words. एक गलती हुई, किसी को ट्रस्ट किया, पैसे इन्वेस्ट करे, पैसे डूब गए, उनको कोई लाने का तरीका नहीं है, तो उसने आपको इतना स्कार कर दिया कि आप अपनी लाइफ को रीबिल्ड ही नहीं कर पा रहे हो. From that day on, it was too painful to think about rebuilding her security given the pain and shame of the loss she'd suffered. So she didn't. So इन्होंने क्या किया थेरेपी के दौरान? They used tapping about this old financially traumatic event to clear all the emotional intensity and self-blame around it. अब हमने अपने अंदर कुछ गुमार भर रखा है, कुछ नेगेटिव भर रखा है, गिले शिकवे भर रखे हैं, उनको हमें बाहर निकालना होगा तो नया एनर्जी अंदर आएगी, राइट? तो टैपिंग ये करती है, हमारी नेगेटिव एनर्जी को शिफ्ट कर देती है. जहां पर है वहां धीरे शिफ्ट करके हम टैप करते रहते हैं, तो टैप करते 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 वो बाहर निकल जाती है. सो इट्स लाइक you're shaking it. This paved way for a huge shift in perspective about she wanted to create in her savings, and the actions could take immediately be taken. Emma saw how old story and her continual self-criticism around money management held her back from owning how good she was in taking advantage of opportunity to speak. Lack of trust in herself and her avoidance of steps to rebuild her savings work together in a vicious cycle that kept it at zero. So मुझे आप लोग बताएं in your chat box, क्या आप लोग में कुछ फर्क पड़ रहा है टैपिंग का? Are you doing it? Are you practicing it? Are you finding a shift in your energy? Because हम पढ़ तो रोज रहे हैं कि टैपिंग टैपिंग टैपिंग. Are we working on it? Are we finding a shift? इतना सा भी. So Manisha is saying she is. Anybody else? You want to share something by writing that in your chat box? Otherwise, we can even talk after this particular bit. So let's anyways continue. Kamakshi ko bhi lag raha hai. Okay. Little bit. Yes, says Shivani. Good. So once she processed it all, उन्होंने समझा कि कंडीशनिंग उनकी कहाँ से आ रही है. टैपिंग करके उन्होंने उस एनर्जी को शिफ्ट किया, तो क्या हुआ? Once she processed it all, she was ready to create a whole new chapter story of her savings and security, using all of her brilliance and the knowledge she had gained working as a financial advisor. She went back to the office at night and worked until midnight to create her entire 5-year financial freedom plan to the penny. She started doing what was necessary the very next day to achieve it. Within a year, she was not only speaking more to market herself, but she was also captivating audiences with her inspirational story of struggle and overcoming it to build success. So सबसे important लोग relate किससे करते हैं? आपके battles होते हैं और आप उन battles को discuss करते हो, सामने लाते हो अपनी vulnerability कि हाँ मेरे साथ भी हुआ है, so इसीलिए मैं बोल पा रहा हूँ. That is when people associate. So in a traumatic situation like this, you're a triple whammy. First, you have a painful emotional response that leads to negative self-talk, blaming yourself for what went wrong. This creates a whole lot of self-confidence, specifically in relation to how good a money manager you are in your personal life and in business. So when you have a financial trauma, wow, you have a massive upside coming. Once you do tapping to clear it, it works. In fact, as a matter of fact, tapping is widely used as a technique to help people suffering from the effects of trauma because it works so exceptionally well for releasing it. आप लोगों को शायद लगेगा कि टैपिंग इतनी सिंपल है, इससे कैसे निकल जाएगा, बट ये हमारे बॉडी में पॉइंट्स हैं जहां हमारी ब्लॉकेजेस फंस जाती हैं, क्योंकि यहाँ कैविटीज होती हैं. अगर आप छुए हैं जहां आपको बताया जा रहा है, सम लिटिल डेंट्स आर देयर. सो इन कैविटीज में आपकी वो फंस जाती है, नेगेटिविटी, एंड यहाँ से निकल जाती है. दिस इज साइंटिफिकली प्रूवन. अगर डर है, एंजाइटी है, कुछ आपको पुरानी बात का सदमा है, एनीथिंग कैन बी टैप्ड अवे. सो प्लीज डू टैपिंग, डोंट जस्ट टेक इट लाइटली. When you can move on to address any financial trauma that may have played a role in negatively affecting your ability to increase your wealth. So please understand, सब कुछ हट जाएगा and सब wealth ही wealth आ जाएगी. So आज हम एक और exercise करेंगे जो हम पढ़ते भी हैं, या हमें पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं, I will just do it for you. ये स्क्रिप्ट हम करेंगे while we are doing, and हम टैपिंग करते रहेंगे, और अगर अभी करना है तो अभी कर लेते हैं, बेटर रहेगा अभी कर लेते हैं. So while I'm reading the script, let's do all of us tap. Let's start from the topmost point. So let me start saying it. My savings are dismal. It's depressing. It fills me with anxiety. So I try not to think about it. I don't want to think about it. And it reminds me how different they could have been. It feels like I've lost so much. Feeling safe and supported. So very sad. Maybe I have never felt really safe. No security. What if something happens? I have no safety. No. Disappointment and sadness. It feels like a loss. I am feeling it. Sad and unsafe. All because of my lack of savings. Sadness and fear welling up in me. I should be more further ahead. It feels impossible, but I honor my feelings the way they are. And I honor my true desire to be safe and supported. Now, क्या इमोशंस आए जो आप जब इतना कर रहे थे? क्या आपको हल्का फील होना शुरू हुआ? या क्या फील हुआ? That's something you should realize. अब हम टैप करेंगे, कंटिन्यू करेंगे, और हम फील करेंगे कि अब क्या आने वाला है. जो पहले आया वो हमने कुछ कंडीशनिंग करी, अब हम क्या करेंगे, स्क्रिप्ट को बदलेंगे. Your fear came up. Good, good, good. Now you have to tap it away. अब हम क्या करेंगे? We will do a scorecard. क्या हुआ? अब हम नई उसमें स्क्रिप्ट डालेंगे. सो नाउ कि हम अपने आप को समझ रहे हैं. रिमेंबर, प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं, उनको हमें एक्सेप्ट करना है कि हाँ ये प्रॉब्लम है, तभी उसका सोल्यूशन होगा. अगर हम उसे भाग जाएंगे, फ्लाइट में हो जाएंगे, फाइट करेंगे, तो बढ़ेगी. हमें ना भागना है, ना उसको एक्सपैंड करना है. हमें क्या करना है, उसको टैप अवे कर देना है. तो अब हम क्या करेंगे? लेट्स कंटिन्यू टैपिंग. I know exactly why I feel so little saved, why I have such little savings. It all started in that past story. I can see it all so clearly. So I try not to think about it. But the evidence is loud and clear. I am still paying the price of that day. How different things could have been if only I had made the right choices. If that hadn't happened, looking back, it is so frustrating, so unfair. I wish I could change it, but I can't. And that's depressing, demoralizing. And the mistakes I made. Why was I so stupid? And the betrayal of it, such a shock. I am still shocked. It destroyed my finances, and it's so hard to let go. Why should I? Why would I? And no one understands the trouble it caused and how much money I lost. How can I forgive and forget? I honor the story and all of my feelings. I'm open to letting this go. So I can start with a whole new energy. I could start today. If I can let go of this story, I can be free to start over. And I am starting over. Now, what do we do? Now, we can put our hands back wherever they are. We take a breath and we recheck how intense we felt when we think about the story again. Tapping will continue to neutralize emotions and memories of the event so you can move on with energy to start anew. Tapping क्या create करती है? पहले तो हम उसको मेमोरीज आ जाती हैं, टैप कर रहे हैं तो मेमोरीज को हम वापस ला रहे हैं. मेमोरीज को ला रहे हैं, एक्सेप्ट कर रहे हैं, दबा नहीं रहे, और नई उस पर कंडीशनिंग डाल रहे हैं. तो क्या कर रहे हैं हम? नेगेटिविटी को रिप्लेस कर रहे हैं विद पॉजिटिविटी. Tapping will continue to neutralize emotions and memories of that event so you can move and start anew is what we are being guided. It's important to make the correction that every time you think about the amount in your savings account, it triggers an entire new flight or fight response in your body. Fear, anxiety, panic, frustration, negative emotions, sadness, depression, loss, कुछ भी harsh inner talk, shame, कुछ भी आपके साथ आ जाएगा relating with you, how you manage your money. Now you have to ask ourselves, how much time would I be willing to spend totally focused on setting and achieving a goal for my saving account? कि कितना टाइम मुझे अपने लिए प्लान करना है जहां मैं अपने सेविंग अकाउंट को बढ़ाऊंगी. I mean totally focus on all the action, energy, attention needed to double or triple your savings account, or even increase it by tenfold or 100-fold. Many people don't choose this or even consider it because it brings up bad feelings, as it did for Emma. आप में से कई लोग घबरा जाते हैं, मेरे वर्क में आया घबरा गए, टैपिंग इनटू वेल्थ में आया घबरा गए। घबराना नहीं है, डरना नहीं है। मेमोरीज आ रही हैं, उनको हमको एक्सेप्ट करना है, उनसे भागना नहीं है कि दोबारा इतनी पुरानी मेमोरीज क्यों आ गई, अरे हम तो भूले बैठे थे। नहीं, वो भूले बैठे नहीं थे, वो प्रोग्रामिंग में सेट है और वो आपके बार बार लाइफ में आ रही थी। हमें फेस करना है रियलिटी, अपनी सेविंग्स को बढ़ाना है। लैक अगर कम है तो डिप्रेसिंग होता है कि मैं ये नहीं खरीद पा रहा, तो मेरे पास इतने पैसे नहीं है। कैसा फील होता है हमको जब हम कहीं शॉपिंग पे जा रहे हैं, कुछ शोकेस में है, अरे ये तो बहुत महंगा है, वी कांट बाय इट। या हम मेन्यू कार्ड में दिख रहे हैं खाना में, डिश 1500 2000 की, अरे बहुत महंगा है, क्या सोना डाला है इसमें। ऐसा हमने कभी किया है क्या? क्यों करते हैं हम ऐसा? क्योंकि हमें लगता है हमारी लाइफ में चीजें लिमिटेड हैं। कई लोग बोलते हैं, अगर वो आजकल women are wearing bags worth 10 lakhs 15 lakhs, एक बैग में 15 लाख रुपए डाल रहे हो, मतलब इसमें ऐसा क्या है? क्यों वेस्ट कर रहे हो पैसा? अब जो वेस्टिंग वाली लैंग्वेज आती है, क्यों आती है? बिकॉज हमें लगता है चीजों की कमी है, हमें लगता है चीजों की प्रॉब्लम है, हम क्यों पैसा वेस्ट कर रहे हैं, इसको कहीं जगह बेटर क्यों नहीं डाल लेते। नॉट रियलाइजिंग कुछ भी चीज वेस्ट नहीं है। अगर कुछ सामान आप इस्तेमाल कर रहे हो और आपको अच्छा लग रहा है, तो हैप्पीनेस आ रही है, तो इट्स वर्थ इट। खाना खा रहे हो 5 स्टार में, वही खाना ढाबा में खा रहे हो, बट 5 स्टार में अगर खा के आपको अच्छा लग रहा है, तो इट्स वर्थ इट। ये बेवकूफी नहीं है, वेस्टेज नहीं है। टैपिंग से हमारी नेगेटिव कंडीशनिंग बाहर निकल जाती है। हम प्रैक्टिकल है, लोग हमें लगता है, एक्चुअली हम प्रैक्टिकल नहीं है, हम लिमिटेड माइंडसेट से आ रहे हैं, सो हमें ये महंगी चीजें लगती हैं। मेरे हिसाब से नथिंग इन लाइफ इज एक्सपेंसिव इफ यू लाइक द थिंग। अगर कुछ पसंद आ रहा है और अगर उसके लिए पैसे डाल रहे हैं, तो कुछ भी महंगा नहीं है। और माइंडसेट ये होना चाहिए कि जितना मैं स्पेंड करता हूँ उससे डबल ट्रिपल तो मैं कमा लेता हूँ, या मुझे तक मैं जितना भी करता हूँ कहीं ना कहीं से आ जाते हैं। आई वर्क विद अ गर्ल, शी वाज अ होम मेकर। वो बोलती है, आपने आपसे बोला है मैं हर चीज अपने पास से खरीद लेती हूँ, और मैं खरीदती हूँ, कोई बड़े आ जाते हैं, वो लिफाफा दे जाते हैं और मेरे पास पैसे और आ जाते हैं। सो कहीं से भी अबांडेंस आ जाएगी अगर आप रेडी हैं एनर्जी शिफ्ट करने के लिए। सो प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड दैट हर लाइफ में हर चीज के लिए सोल्यूशन है। हमारी नेगेटिव कंडीशनिंग को रिप्लेस करने का सोल्यूशन है। मिरर वर्क भी है, टैपिंग भी है, एफर्मेशंस भी है, बहुत टूल्स मिल रहे हैं हमें। Tapping completely change our focus, our enthusiasm will come back in, our beliefs will change, and I will release the story of our past, whatever we had with financial trauma, whatever with our savings. It can, अब कई लोग बोलते हैं 15 लाख में तो हम ये हॉलिडे कराते, यूरोप में घुमाते, अरे उसमें भी मजा आता, पर जो इस्तेमाल कर रहा है उसको बहुत मजा आ रहा है इसमें, so let her go for it. But yes, see your finances right now. मैं ये नहीं बोलती कि दूसरों से पैसे लेके सामान खरीदो, don't do that mistake. पर जब अपना सामान खरीदो, कुछ भी पैसे स्पेंड करो, तो पहला एफर्मेशन जो आपके, आई होप मनी नोट आपके वॉलेट्स में है, थैंकफुल फॉर ऑल द मनी आई हैव गिवन थ्रू आउट माय लाइफ। बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है पास्ट एंड प्रेजेंट को थैंक यू बोलना। इस पावर से आपका एक पॉजिटिव डिफरेंस आता है लाइफ में। And after doing many rounds of it, you may actually be excited and energized about building your account, and even enthusiastically think, this is where I am right now, and I so want to greatly increase my money, and I know the more I spend, the more I get, and that is when your shift happens. एकदम से माइंडसेट बदल गया ना, कि जितना मैं खर्चा करूंगा उतना आएगा, एंड जितना मैं चाहता हूँ उतना मिल जाता है। एंड सो इट इज, लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन बोलता है व्हाट यू वांट व्हाट यू गेट। इट फीलिंग क्या आ रही है? फीलिंग आ रही है एंथुसियाज्म की, सो देयर इट इज। So when you build renewed excitement and focus, you can make the commitment to becoming a fantastic money manager. This is important because earning is only half the picture. To grow your savings quickly, you will need solid money management skills and strategies. When you got lots of negative emotion affecting your actions, you won't put the time, energy, and focus into being an empowered money manager. You could take a million cases, million classes, read about them, understand them, and so many more self-help books, कितने courses भी कर लोगे, better goals कर लोगे, लेकिन जब तक आपने पुरानी कंडीशनिंग क्लियर नहीं करी, पुराने ट्रॉमास को लेट गो नहीं किया, आपने इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं किया, तब तक आपके कोर्स पे पढ़ाई करने से फायदा नहीं होगा। So please understand, we are people in progress and we are learning how to tap away the negative stored energy in our body so that all of us are ready for the next life. And what is the next life that we're creating? A life of abundance. Tomorrow we will do another beautiful tapping exercise for creating fabulous savings. आज हम कर रहे हैं, आज हमने किसके लिए टैपिंग करेंगे? आज हम फाइनेंशियल ट्रॉमा को हटाएंगे अपनी लाइफ में, पॉजिटिविटी को लाएंगे कि आई एम रेडी फॉर दिस न्यू जर्नी. एंड जो मेमोरीज आएंगी उसको सबसे ज्यादा समझना है. सो यस अक्षय, यू रेज योर हैंड, प्लीज आस्क.
Hi, good morning, Prachidi. I have a question which always bothers me, which I would like to ask on this platform.
Yeah.
There are times, when, Ankita says that she wants to buy a bag of, say, 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs. And I feel that, rather than investing in that, why not go and donate that money to a good cause? Sometimes I feel that, having 10 pair of shirts or, 15 pair of shirts in my cupboard, rather than, why not uh, just have 7 or 8 pairs and, utilize that money and, donating it for a good cause.
So I would say your heart is in the very right place. It's perfect. But I also would say that you are, as an Indian husband or as a universally, looking after your wife as well. If she's not earning, I'm not sure if she's financially earning or not. And उसके लिए शौक है, should you donate to her happiness? पहले अपने आप को self love दो कि दूसरे को दो. When I am full of love, wherever I go, love will follow. But if I'm half in love, I also need love. So I think self-love right now, you both are like that Shiva and Shakti into one, right? So your one half wants something and you're not giving and taking away her happiness, giving outside. How will you be? You will dip down in your energy because you both are recipients of energy.
Right.
So where you're doing is beautiful, but don't do that, I would say. Let her come up and say one day, okay, this is what I want to buy. Let's go and donate. Keep talking to her about this. It's okay. Can we become little less materialistic? Is that possible? You think that will make us happy? Believe me, Akshay, I come from the same platform as you were, but I've done there, been there all. When people were not even using the branded bags in India, I was using, and my father would say, this girl is mad, she buys, and people were not using. But today I've done so much of it, now I'm full of it. I'm like, बहुत कर लिया यार. I'm very happy right now. मैंने इस बहुत बैग्स देखे हैं, बहुत यूज कर रहे हैं, जो हैं, I'm very happy with them. Now it doesn't excite me to buy another Hermes because I've bought them, I've done them all. एक बार करके देख लो. नहीं तो मन में रहता है कि करा नहीं.
Right.
I was never allowed to buy my car. कि नहीं घर में है. Why do you need them? When I bought them, now I feel complete. Oh, I bought myself a luxury car. My money, I wanted to buy myself. I don't want to go in somebody else's because I want to get empowered. So please first do it, experience it. भोगी बन जाओ, नहीं तो रोगी बनते रहोगे. That's what they say. Because you want to experience something, that's when you can, enhance yourself. So that is my thing. You guys are young right now, early 30s, so just don't become, you will, and the seed is there in you of charity. So karoge bahut. Pehle complete your life like this. That's what I'll say.
Thank you.
Yeah. And don't, next time when she wants to buy, if you have the money, just say, let's buy it. It'll make you happy. And every time she uses a bag, she'll just have that beautiful smile on her face. That'll make you complete as well. Right. Do it. Yeah. All right. Thank you for asking. All right. Let's have our sun salutations. Thank you, Rahul sir.
The Surya Namaskar with mantras. Om Mitraye Namaha. Om Ravaye Namaha. Om Suryaye Namaha. Om Bhanave Namaha. Om Khagaye Namaha. Om Pushne Namaha. Om Hiranyagarbhaye Namaha. Om Marichaye Namaha. Om Adityaye Namaha. Om Savitre Namaha. Om Arkaye Namaha. Om Bhaskaraye Namaha. Salutations to the universal friend. Salutations to the resplendent sun. Salutations to the energy that induces activity within us. Salutations to the one who illumines. Salutations to the sun moving across the sky. Salutations to the giver of strength. Salutations to the golden cosmic self. Salutations to the Lord of the dawn. Salutations to the son of Aditi, the cosmic mother. Salutations to the benevolent mother. Salutations to the energy that we praise, and to the one who guides us to salvation. The sun salutation now with the names of the postures, both in Sanskrit and English. Pranamasan, Hastuttanasan, Padhastasan, left leg back, Ashvasanchalanasan, Parvatasan, and hold this position. And now slowly progressing into the deeper version of Parvatasan, Adho Mukh Svanasana. Ashtang Namaskar. Bhujangasana. Parvatasana. Left forward, Ashvasanchalanasan. Padahastasana. Hastuttanasan. Pranamasan. On the right side, prayer position. Raised arms pose. Hand to feet pose. Right leg back, equestrian pose. Mountain pose. Hold mountain pose. And slowly moving into the deeper version of mountain, the downward facing dog. Salute with 8 limbs. Cobra. Press back to mountain. Right forward, equestrian pose. Hand to feet pose. Raised arms position. Prayer pose. One round of the sun salutation with awareness on the breathing. So exhaling our hands to the chest, pranam. Inhaling as we bend back. We exhale as we fold forward. Left leg back, inhale as we're arching back. Exhale into the forward. Hold the breath for knees, chest, chin. Inhale as we arch back. Exhale into the forward. Left leg forward, inhale. This is a back bend. Exhale whenever we bend forward. Inhale as we bend back. Exhale, hands to the chest. And on the right, deep breathing. Exhale. A deep inhale. A long exhale. Right leg back with an inhale. And exhale. Hold the breath. Inhale and exhale. Right leg forward with a deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale.
So Rahul sir, just don't bring the mirror work for 5 minutes. We'll just be discussing. So, okay, I want to clear some more doubts about this. So there are two perceptions of people. There is one who want to spend. There is one who are very content with where they are. So I'm not saying that if you don't like something, then, you use it for somebody else telling you. For example, my Tauji-in-law can afford any watch in the world, but he's running one of the best, the most, the richest companies in the country, and yet he wears his Titan Ghadi. Yet he goes on an Indigo Ghadi. His first son moves also in an Indigo, and though he can, I don't know what they're sitting on, and the younger son has a car which is 1.5 crore. His wife has a car which is 1 crore. So the first couple doesn't want because they're very content in their life. Second couple wants, and it's all joint. But the first couple has come to a point where charity is important for them, where jewelry jo hai, they're enjoying that, but not indulging more. So see where your journey is. Otherwise, there's a feeling of compromise. Okay, I'm compromising. If you feel that you're content where you are, it's okay. Like Prashant, in comparison, my husband is a much more santusht person in life versus me. He's pretty much a Buddha. Unki utti materialistic goals nahi hai. He's very happy in where he is. He could have lived a much more lavish life, but he says, this is not what I want. I can't live in a huge farm. I can't do this. I need a composed small house. So, okay. So whoever needs whatever. So I'm just trying to say, pehle, whatever your mind says, fulfill those desires. If your mind is saying, no, I'm happy being like this, so more power to you. If your mind says you want to go larger, so do that. But of course, affordability is something you tap away the negative energy if you have any conditioning for negative energy. That's the point. Yeah. Yes, Manish. Quickly ask. We're in the middle of the session.
I'm not. Ma'am, we have to differentiate between the belief system of our childhood and what you are saying, the content part.
No, so, okay. In a way, yes, but in a way, no. So I'll tell you what I think. So belief in childhood is something we can't finish off as in वो था. अब उसको accept करना है हमें. हम accept ही नहीं करते, प्रॉब्लम ये होती है हम उसके बारे में गाना गाते रहते हैं कि ऐसे हुआ, victimize मोड में चले जाते हैं. अब हमें बोलना है कि हाँ हुआ, it's okay, but I'm the one who creates a new programming, and I create a new program about the content, being content part, that you will know better what makes you content. Going an ambassador, like my husband would want to buy an ambassador car the day it's launched again. He's very clear. I'm going to go back to my ambassador. Whether you're embarrassed or not embarrassed, मैं तो उसी में घूमूंगा. He likes his Fiats and ambassadors. I can't even think about them. If that makes him content, he should do it. And आपको मैं limit करने को मना कर रही हूँ. पर अगर आपकी लाइफ में लिमिटेड में खुश हैं आप, तो more power to you. कॉम्प्रोमाइज करने को, माइंडसेट चेंज करने को बोल रही हूँ. कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं करना है. अपने आप को इतना पावरफुल बनाना है कि लाइफ में किसी भी क्षेत्र में हम अपने आप को कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं करें. अगर मुझे कुछ सीखना है, रिट्रीट पे जाना है, मुझे पीस ऑफ माइंड चाहिए, आई वांट टू कट ऑफ 10 days एंड गो इनटू माय, आई शुड बी अलाउड टू डू माय विपश्यना रिट्रीट. नॉट दैट कि अरे आई कांट अफोर्ड, पीछे से काम ऊपर नीचे हो जाएगा. कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं करना है, बीट फाइनेंशियली, बीट स्पिरिचुअली, इमोशनली, फिजिकली, हाउएवर. My only thing about this entire journey in the wealth journey is हम सब capable हैं, whether we are men, whether we are women, whether we are middle class, whether we are rich class, whether we are poor class, it doesn't matter. Our class is a mindset. To be classy or to be massy is our mindset. We have seen the poorest of people becoming the richest and richest of people becoming poorest because of the mindset. So we just got to tap away the negativity that's blocked in our points and finish them off and then replace them with positivity. That's the entire thing. Yes, ultimately the goal is happiness. If you're happy, that's a cakewalk. You're happy with minimalism, it's a beautiful science. Minimalistic living is beautiful science, but that has to make you happy. Agar aapka wo hai ki are meko to, like for me, I love my clothes. I mean, when I go, I feel happy in buying new clothes. My husband has very limited wardrobe. My Devrani has very limited wardrobe. That makes them happy. So more power to them. The day I can come to a minimalistic point, I'll say, oh, wow, I've arrived. But I'm not stretching myself for it because abhi I'm enjoying where I am. Ultimate gain और मेरा भी वही है. अभी मैं नहीं पहुंची हूँ. So I'm not judging myself either. It's okay. I'm enjoying my life. I'm enjoying my clothes, my accessories. It's okay. Watches का मेरा खत्म हो गया since 2.5 years. All the beautiful watches are packed inside. I'm wearing a Fitbit. It's okay because this makes me happy. So that's what I'm trying to say. You have to be content. Yes.
I want to say ki, suppose today I want something, like last time I mentioned that I wanted a MacBook for very long, but the belief system makes me discomfort to spend that much amount of money. Conditioning. So that part.
वो टैप अवे करेंगे ना. वही तो कर रहे हैं हम. रोज हम टैप अवे तो कर रहे हैं. हम नेगेटिविटी को निकाल रहे हैं. एक EFT में ऐसा भी होता है, whatever negativity we have, we just flick it away. Negative energy. We'll probably do that also later. Abhi just tap, just go for the sciences. And Shivani, fear को ही तो निकाल रहे हैं. Fear crop up करे तो very good. Accept तो करो कि fear आ रहा है. And उसी को तो निकालना है कि भाई आप आए हो, thank you, but I don't need you anymore. That's what we are doing in tapping. Addressing that we have this problem. जब तक हम प्रॉब्लम एड्रेस नहीं करते, हमें लगता है नहीं नहीं, ये तो मेरा नेचर है कि मुझे कम में रहना है, जबकि मुझे मन है ज्यादा में रहने का, पर दिखा रहा हूँ लोगों को, कह रहे आई एम अ बुद्धा, एक्चुअली आई एम अ बुद्धू. That's the problem. Understand your conditioning. Abundance is what we want. Abundance doesn't mean having $1 million in your bank. Abundance is meaning I'm fully whole and complete everywhere that I am. That's the feeling. Ultimately, मैं सबको बोल रही हूँ. Today we are in whatever age. When I grew up in my 70s, 80s, probably another 30, 40 years, I want to come to a point where very minimalistically I'm living. But by then I would have said, मैंने सब कुछ किया हुआ है, been there, done there all. Today, when people talk about clubbing, best clubs in the world, we've been partied, had whatever. Drink was never my thing, but I've had my water as my poison. I've enjoyed it. So partying, clubbing has gone out of the picture. कि करा हुआ है, been there, done there. पहले कर लो, otherwise हमें मन में हमेशा रहेगा कि मैंने वो किया नहीं. और मैं बोलती हूँ किसी भी एज में कुछ भी करना है कर लो, don't compromise. 70s में भी one can club and have party. I know the most rocking couples in the 70s and they're having a tremendous party. They're going for rave parties also. So it's a mindset. यहाँ पर Gyanji, Usha ji are there. I've never seen a more young couple than them. I mean, I'm awed by the way they are. So yeah, more power to them. All right, let's continue our mirror work. Rahul, so you can bring it up. So it's all about your mindset. What is it that you're wanting? If people want to do something, age is never a limitation. Again, limitation se hame hatna hai. Problem is we are so limited. And but the advantage is that we can beat this problem. All right. So very important, and it's going in synchronicity with our learning, day 15. Forgiving yourself and those who have hurt you. बहुत important है आज की जब हम अभी करेंगे टैपिंग एक्सरसाइज एंड मेडिटेशन, कुछ अगर यादें आती हैं कि किसी ने हमें हर्ट किया है, चीट किया है, या हमें पैसे कम दिए जितने हमें चाहिए थे, फॉरगिव करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. जब तक गिले शिकवे रहेंगे, फॉरगिवनेस नहीं करेंगे, तब तक हम आगे नहीं बढ़ेंगे. सो फॉरगिव, अपने आप को फॉरगिव करना कि मैंने उसको ट्रस्ट किया, इट्स ओके, वो मेरी नेचर थी, अच्छा है. आई डोंट वांट टू बिकम अ मिसट्रस्टर. मुझे ट्रस्टिंग वर्ल्ड में रहना है. मैं अब अपने आप को फॉरगिव कर रही हूँ कि मैंने अपने आप को जज किया कि मुझे नहीं ट्रस्ट करना चाहिए था. जो मैंने किया ठीक था, और जो हुआ वो मेरी लर्निंग के लिए था. हमने काउंट योर ब्लेसिंग्स में किया था चैप्टर मैजिक में कि गलती को भी उसमें ढूंढो कि क्या अच्छाई थी. मैंने आपको कई बार बोला, कैंसर मेरी लाइफ में आया, बहुत ब्लेसिंग की तरह आया, क्योंकि मुझे वापस स्पिरिचुअल बेंड में लेकर आया. सो आई एम वेरी थैंकफुल टू इट. तो इसलिए फॉरगिव करना इंपॉर्टेंट, अपने आप को और दूसरे को. उसने भी अपने आप को उसने भी अपने हिसाब से किया, क्या एनर्जी थी उसके हिसाब से किया, और आपने अट्रैक्ट किया वेदर प्राइज करोगे चने. मुझे एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन पूछा मेरी एक फ्रेंड ने कुछ दिन पहले कि मैं 13 साल की बेटी को कैंसर क्यों हुआ, उसने कहाँ अट्रैक्ट किया. उसके अंदर रिजेंटमेंट हो सकता है ना बच्चे के अंदर, और ओल्ड लाइफ से भी आ सकता है. सो डोंट जज, फ्लो विद इट. Heal yourself by forgiving yourself and the others. This way, हमारा heart एक नए level के opening पे आता है, and we become much more graceful also as a person. So let's understand. For the past 2 weeks, you have worked on releasing many of the old beliefs that were blocking you. I know it wasn't an easy task. So give yourself time to celebrate your progress. How does it feel today to look in your mirror and feel so much lighter? Take a deep breath in, release your breath and say, I am letting go of my past and I feel great. Forgiveness is a difficult area for all of us. We build up these blocks that bind us for so many years. Take my hand and let's together work on learning to forgive ourselves and those who have hurt us. We can do it. Forgiveness opens our hearts to self-love. If you have a problem with loving yourself, you can get stuck in an unforgiving state. Many of us carry grudges for years and years. We may feel self-righteous because of what someone did to us. I call this being stuck in the prison of self-righteous resentment. We get to be right, but we never get to be happy. You may disagree and say, but don't you know what that person did to me? It's unforgivable. Being unwilling to forgive is a terrible thing to do to yourself. Bitterness is like swallowing a teaspoon of poison every day. पता है realize भी नहीं होता. जो कड़वास होती है ना, it makes you so toxic. किसी के against हमें कुछ अगर मन में है, we have to let go. We have to first forgive ourselves for feeling it, then that person for doing it, and simply start surrendering and forgiving. I know it sounds easy, but it's not so tough, trust me. लगता होगा कि बोल रही है easy, है, but actually बहुत tough है, but इतना tough नहीं है. वो भी एक limitation है mind में. It accumulates and harms you. It's impossible to be healthy and free when you keep yourself bound to the past. अगर हाँ पास्ट में बाउंड हैं, आपकी बॉडी में कुछ ना कुछ बीमारी आएगी ही आएगी, देर सवेर आएगी ही आएगी. One of the biggest spiritual lessons you can learn is to understand that everyone is doing the best they can at any given moment. Tell me, अभी किसी इस मोमेंट पे हम जो कर रहे हैं या कभी भी करते हैं, क्या अपना बेस्ट नहीं देते? हम जो बुद्धि जो माइंडसेट होता है वो हिसाब से करते हैं. कभी हमें अगर रेस्ट करना है, कुछ नहीं करना है, तो वो भी हमने बेस्ट दिया है कि अरे आज कुछ नहीं करना, लेज करना है. वी गिविंग आवर बेस्ट टू आवर बॉडी बिकॉज़ दैट्स व्हाट वी वांट. हम कभी पर्पसली तो कभी ऐसा तो बहुत कम सोल्स होंगे जो बोलेंगे मैं ये करूंगा. ऐसे होते हैं, मैं ये नहीं बोल रही नहीं होते कि मैं तो इसकी बिगाड़ूंगा ही बिगाड़ूंगा, इसका बिजनेस आगे नहीं बढ़े मैं तो ऐसा ही करूंगा, यानी इसको प्रॉब्लम आए मैं तो ऐसा ही करूंगा. मैं ये नहीं बोलती नहीं होते, बट वो भी अपनी बुद्धिमानी पे ऑपरेट कर रहा है. उसको इतना आपसे हेट्रेड है बिकॉज ऑफ हिज कंडीशनिंग. वो जितना हेट्रेड दे रहा है उसकी बॉडी में उतना हेट्रेड आ रहा है, तो आप उसकी नेगेटिव एनर्जी से मत ऑपरेट करें. People can do only so much with the understanding, with awareness, with knowledge that they have. Get that very clear. जितना पता है उतने में ही ऑपरेट करेंगे. They can't go beyond it. So please turn the page. Invariably, people who mistreat others but themselves mistreat in childhood. The greater the level of violence, the greater their inner pain and the more they lash out. This is not to say that their behavior is acceptable or excusable. However, for your own spiritual growth, you must be aware of their pain. अगर आज meditation हल्की करनी हो तो I can give you a story of something. That will be the biggest story of in your life if you talk about spirituality. There's this lady I know, she forgave the murderer of her son. She invested energy in him, realizing कि इसने murder किया है because of what he has gone through in his life. उसको लगा this was the best way to do it, and she forgave him. It's a very long story, so it'll take really a long time, but maybe you can do it on Sunday reflections or something. Please understand, forgiveness के लिए बहुत हिम्मत आती है, but करना is अनिवार्य. It's important, it's imperative. You cannot shirk away from it. So the incident you're holding on to is over, perhaps long over. खत्म हो चुका. Let it go. Allow yourself to be free. आज जो चीज नहीं उसको, can you revisit it? Her son, can she bring him back? No. She'll only go worse, low in the energy. Unless you forgive, you can't move forward 100%. You can't move. That's right, Kunal. So come out of this personal prison you have built and step into the sunshine of life. Darkness se bahar niklo, light ko khojo. Find it. It's always around you. Situation continue kar rahi hai, to ask yourself, why do I think so little of myself and still put up with it? Why do you stay in such a situation? अगर लोग आपके साथ बदतमीजी आज भी कर रहे हैं, it's because आपने let go नहीं किया, आपने forgive नहीं किया. आपके दिमाग में कुछ दिख के आता है कि अरे ये इंसान तो बदतमीजी करेगा ही मेरे साथ. So तथास्तु, so it is. Yes, भाविका, that's why यही तो हो रहा है. वही तो मैं अभी बोला कि आप attract कर रहे हो उसको, क्योंकि आपके दिमाग में अरे this guy will say this to me. वो feelings आ गई तो energy आ गई, वही होता है. So no, you're pulling yourself back because you're not healing yourself. Forgive that person. Forgive yourself for feeling how you're feeling. Please understand. Forgive करना है उस इंसान को भी, अपने आप को भी, कि मुझे ऐसा क्यों फील हो रहा है कि वो आएगा तो वो ऐसे करेगा. क्यों? Move on. And तब देखो, अब तुम्हें पता है कि मिस्टर एक्स घर में आने वाले, मिस्टर एक्स बदतमीजी करते हैं, तो बिफोर मिस्टर एक्स इज कमिंग टू योर हाउस, एडवांस ग्रैटिट्यूड कर दो कि अरे मिस्टर एक्स, थैंक यू फॉर कमिंग टू माय हाउस, इट वाज वेरी रिफ्रेशिंग मीटिंग यू, इट वाज नाइस, इट वाज वंडरफुल। एडवांस ग्रैटिट्यूड कर दो, थैंक यू थैंक यू थैंक यू बोल दो, एंड फिर देखो मिस्टर एक्स आते हैं तो कितना मजा आता है, क्योंकि आपने अपने आप को बॉक्स से बाहर निकाल दिया ना कि हम मिस्टर एक्स आके बदतमीजी करेंगे। Giving you examples, girls, go for it. Forgive and forget बोलना अच्छा लगता है, but करना उतना मुश्किल नहीं है जितना कि लगता है. We all have a choice. We can stay stuck and bitter, or we can do ourselves a favor by willingly forgiving the past and letting it go, and then moving on to create a joyous, fulfilled life. We have the freedom to make our life anything we want it to be, because you have freedom of choice. Choice हमारी है. The purpose of today's lesson is to help us create and raise our self-esteem to such a level that you will never allow anyone to do anything wrong to you. Why? Because you're only allowing loving experiences in your life. When I am love, I get love. When I am love, I give love. But if I have lack of love, there will be something which will come to me which will not be good, because I don't raise my vibration. Please, please, please do not waste your time trying to get even. So अगर आपसे किसी ने बदतमीजी करी तो आप बोलो कि oh, I will do बदतमीजी. I will give you an example of another thing without taking names. In my own organization, somebody had questioned somebody on a platform of a meeting, a huge meeting, public meeting. How did the finances go wrong in your year? What did you do wrong? Now she took it on her. Oh, I will, tell the person and I will work on it and I will give her a piece of cake. And that person got an opportunity. She blasted the shit out of the other person. Now in your year, how the finances went wrong. It all backfired so badly. Kabhi bhi even hone mein, you're the loser. What you give out always comes back to you. So drop the past and work on loving yourself now. Please have a wonderful time. So when we instruct people to behave in I'm asking a question by Arvindji. So when we instruct children to behave in a particular manner and they seem to not follow, how do we handle it? Let them be, Arvindji. Just say, this is how I used to do it, I love it. That's it. Hum kaun hote instruct karne wale? Problem is hum. I, me and I'm, me ego, me father, me mother. Spiritual world से देखें तो बच्चों ने हमें choose किया to be their parents or grandparents, to be their parents. They've chosen their name, they've chosen their purpose. हमें as parents उनको light दिखानी है. यहाँ जाओगे तो light है. हम उनको पहले से आगाह कर सकते हैं कि यहाँ सामने पत्थर है बेटा, घूम के चले जाना. अब वो नहीं सुनेगा तो पत्थर के ऊपर stumble करेगा. It's okay, that's his journey. But we can't be instructing. मैं तो instruct नहीं करती हूँ. और मैं आपको ये भी बता दूँ, मुझे इसको भी किसी ने instruct किया भी नहीं. Now my grandfather, now my mother, my father tried, but it didn't work because you never take them. Again, ये conditioning है आपकी. Gadgets have not made them useless. They've made them more intelligent. But yes, there's a disconnect because उनके पास गैजेट्स की दुनिया से बाहर निकलने के लिए कोई मोटिव नहीं है. आपने कोई प्लान किया ऐसी इवनिंग जहां वो आपसे आके खेले and it will be better for them? आप क्या कर रहे हो? आपने मोबाइल में लगे हो या टीवी देख रहे हो? You've not created something interesting, so they find their little TVs more interesting. So people who complain कि बच्चे बहुत गैजेट्स में हैं, it's because you're not giving them board games. You're not giving them interesting time. You're not giving them family time. आप खुद टीवी में लगे रहते हो, खुद मोबाइल में लगे रहते हो, अपने आपस में बात करते रहते हो. उनके लिए टाइम ही नहीं है आपके पास. Look at yourself. And then tell me. So be careful when you say something. It's a reflection of our own selves. If we say that, that means हमने वो atmosphere conducive नहीं बनाया for growth and for interaction. No, you're your role model. Nobody's your role model. Nor your father, nor your grandfather. People can inspire you, but role model आपको अपना खुद का बनना है. आपके फादर ने भी कुछ रॉन्ग किया, आपके ग्रैंडफादर ने भी कुछ रॉन्ग किया, आपको राइट करना है by trying to get yourself in a positive mindset. We are our own heroes and sheroes, that is my belief. So remember, one of the most valuable lessons I've learned is that when you do your forgiveness work, it is not necessary to go to the people involved and tell them that you forgive them. सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट बात ये है, लोग सोचते हैं मुझे फॉरगिवनेस मांगनी है तो मैं उस इंसान से जाकर बात करूं, उसको बोलूं नहीं जरूरत नहीं है, लैंडमार्क के कराता है और ये सबसे शिट है आई थिंक। उस पर्सन का वो तो आपकी जर्नी में नहीं है, उसके तो सबको दिमाग में वापस आ जाएगा एंड इट्स ऑल कापुट। समटाइम्स यू वांट टू डू दिस बट यू डू नॉट हैव टू। करने का मन है तो कर लो, बट करना जरूरी नहीं है। आप अगर अपने मन से फॉरगिव कर दो, क्लियर कर दो कि फ्रॉम टुडे ऑन इट्स ऑल ओवर, you will realize that you are really feeling lighter. The major work in forgiveness is done by your own heart in front of your mirror. So I have been telling you time and again about these 5 women who were my personal emotional trainers and my board in my organization. And they were pretty mean because I was an outsider. I was like a very new member in comparison to their years of membership. So they did not like my radical ideas. Anyways, so what I did is, my year was successful, very successful, in fact. So what I did after my year is, I forgave them all. And I thanked them all in my mind and even in person. I didn't say I forgive you, but I just said, thank you for making me so tough because you were so tough for me. So I actually blossomed and I shone out. So please forgive. Please surrender. Please. Today, if I meet the women, I'm sure I can give them a very easy hug. Otherwise, some people walk away. No, I because I've forgiven. No, it's because that's the training all these books give us, Akshay, and I implement my learnings. I don't just talk about them, I use them. And all of us, if we start learning and implementing, we will be much better versions. That's it. Forgive. Because they were operating from their fear, no? कि हमारा control कम हो जाएगा, people will start following this girl or whatever. It's okay. It's all right. So many people have told me that they have truly forgiven someone. And then a month or two later, they have received a phone call or email from that person asking to be forgiven. जब आप forgive करोगे, आप अपने आप मतलब आपके सामने doors खुल जाएंगे. वो इंसान जो आपसे बात नहीं कर रहा था, आपको खटास से 25 साल से with your brother, you haven't spoken to him, but आप उसको forgive करोगे, उसका फोन आएगा, भाई how are you, बहुत हो गया, छोड़ो इन चीजों इन बातों को. I've really seen these magics, and there's so many testimonials in the sessions that I've had in the evenings. So please, it's not just science, the science works if you're ready to work on it. So this seems to happen most often during a forgiveness exercise in front of a mirror. So as you do mirror work exercise in today's lesson, let's tell ourselves very, very loudly that we are ready for experiences and we're ready for our deep feelings, and let's affirm, as I forgive myself, it becomes easier to forgive others. अपने आप से पहले माफी मांगनी है कि मैं अपने लिए सो टफ था, मैंने अपने आप को अलाउ किया फ्लो करने में. मेरे वर्क के सामने क्या करना है? I believe you receive the most benefit from forgiveness work when you do in front of a mirror. I suggest finding a mirror you can in front of a bathroom, bedroom or wherever, where you can sit down on a long mirror that you can see yourself completely. Give yourself time to do this exercise. So, when I made my new house 6 years ago, I've installed a huge long mirror in front of my doorway. So I can't see myself from the bed because in Vastu, you don't have to see a reflection, but it's part of my room. So I sit there and do this exercise. And not once, I can't tell you how many times I've done it. Still, I'm a long way away. I'm not even a patch on it. So keep working on yourself. You'll have to probably repeat it often. So next page, please. Most of us have a lot of people to forgive. Let's sit in front of a mirror. Let's close the eye. Let's breathe deeply several times. Feel yourself grounded on your chair. आपको मैंने सबको बताया कि आपके सोल्स के अंदर से इमेजिन करें कि रूट्स आर गोइंग इनटू मदर अर्थ. तो उससे आपकी ग्राउंडिंग हो जाती है. आप उड़न खटोले नहीं बनेंगे. You'll be humble, you'll be compassionate, calm, grounded people. No matter financially where you are, personally where you are, ego नहीं आएगी when you're grounded. Remember, this is where our base is. Think of many people who have hurt you in your life. Let them pass through your mind. ये important है, deep work cleaning है. Open your eyes and begin to talk to one of them aloud. Say something like, you hurt me deeply. I thought I would never get past this. However, I will not stay stuck in the past any longer. I am willing to forgive you. If you can't do that yet, just affirm, I am willing. Your willingness is all that it takes to move forward to do you towards a world of forgiveness. Take a deep breath and say to the person, I forgive you. I set you free. You are free. I am free. Notice how you feel. You may feel resistance or you may feel relief. You may feel resistance, just breathe and affirm. I am willing to release this energy and resistance. As you continue to do this exercise today or another day, expand your list of people to forgive. Remember, forgiveness is not an event, it is a process. You may need to keep working on one person a little longer, each time going a little deeper into forgiveness. Shivani, today's meditation, please save it as forgiveness. ये काम आगे भी आने वाली है. I'll intertwine tapping into wealth and this together. This may be a day when you can forgive several people. It may be a day when you can forgive only one. It doesn't matter. However, you do this exercise is the right way for you, whichever way you want to do it. The universe and forgiveness see your showing up. At times, forgiveness is like peeling away the layers of an onion. If there are too many layers, put the onion away for a day or so. You can always come back and peel another layer. Acknowledge yourself for even being willing to do the exercise. You are healing. So the onion example in the spiritual world is very, very, very common. You have to actually become nothing. If you keep peeling an onion, keep peeling, there's nothing. That's what we all have to become. So light that we are nothing. The power is within us. Day 15 journaling exercise kya karni hai? Put on some soft music, something that will make you feel relaxed and peaceful. The music आप सबको दिया गया है, कई बार आपके पास है, and this music is supposed to play. And you're supposed, sir, I haven't completed इससे पहले आई है. Yeah. So journal and pen निकाल लीजिए. Go back into the past and think of all the things that you're angry with, or people who have made you angry, or something about yourself which you're not comfortable about. Write them down. Write them all down. You may discover that you have never forgiven yourself or for the humiliation of wetting your pants in your first grade. What a long time to carry that burden. Some of you get angry. Aapka short temper kyun hai? Ask yourself. You'll realize you're not forgiven yourself. You're holding on to something. You know, ये बोलते हैं मैं trigger हो जाता हूँ. क्यों? Understand that. It's not their nature. आपको attract करे, सोचते हो कि ऐसा ना हो जाए, वो कोई तरह तथास्तु तो हो जाता है. Now take this list and write a positive affirmation with each item. Negativity है हमारी body में, हमने समझ ली. उसको हम positive affirmation से बदली कर सकते हैं. Tap away कर सकते हैं. I'll never forgive myself for this incident. And there's a new moment. I'm free to let go. Remember that sometimes it's easier to forgive others than to forgive yourself. Often we demand perfection of ourselves and are harder on ourselves than on others. However, it's time to go beyond this old attitude. Forgive yourself. Let it go. Give yourself the space to be spontaneous and free. And now, put down your journal and go outside to a beach, a park, empty lot. Let yourself run. Don't jog, run. Wild and free. Do somersaults, skip along and laugh and go on streets. Take your inner child with you on a date. Have some fun with it. See if someone sees you. This is your freedom. So what if someone sees you? Just be yourself. So the heart thought is, I can forgive. I am one with life and life loves me and supports me. Therefore, I claim for myself an open heart filled with love. We are all doing the best we can at any given moment, and this is also true for me. The past is over and done. I'm not my parent or their patterns of resentment. I'm my own unique self. ये answer आपके लिए था अरविंद जी कि I'm not my parent or grandparent or the pattern of resentment. I am my own unique self. And I choose to open my heart and allow love, compassion, understanding to flush out all the memories of past pain. I'm free to be all that I can be. This is the truth of my being, and I accept it so. All is well in my world. Thank you, Rahul sir. Let's have the heart thought immediately. It's a little longish day in the morning. I'm sorry for that. I know it's festivity, but just bear with me 15 more minutes. थोड़ा सा लंबा चलेगा. But please understand the crux of this all. Tapping into wealth में भी old conditioning थी, मेरे work में भी old conditioning है. हम forgive कर रहे हैं अपने आप को. Yeah. So grief, how beautiful. I let the life of my love shine. A tragedy can turn out to be our greatest good if we approach it in many ways from which we can grow. कोई भी लाइफ में नेगेटिविटी आएगी और ये हम सबके लिए है. आज लेटिंग गो का चैप्टर है और आज हमको बोला जा रहा है कि ट्रेजेडी कुछ हुआ है लाइफ में, इट्स हैपेंड बिकॉज वी हैव टू लेट इट गो. सो प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड. देयर यू आर. यस प्लीज मनीष.
I let the light of my love shine. When we are in pain or afraid or grieving, and we see a light in the darkness, we don't feel so alone. Let's think of this light as someone's love shining. It gives us warmth and comfort. Each of us has the light of our love within us. We can let our light shine so it will comfort us and be a great comfort to others. We all know people who have passed on. See now their light shining and let their light and love surround us and comfort us. Each one of us has an infinite supply of love to give. The more we give, the more there is to give. Yes, sometimes it hurts to feel, but thank God we can feel. Let the love come radiating from our hearts. Be comforted and be at peace. And so it is.
Thank you. So it's not very easy to intertwine today's meditation because one is about finance, one is about mind. I will try my level best. So without further ado, let's go into a meditative state. And thank you so much, Manish, for reading this beautiful thing. It's all about leaving the grief because we're ready to detox. So मैं try करूँगी कि बहुत लंबा नहीं हो meditation because shorter is easier to do. So I would request you, let's see how it turns out. Do it a little more so the अंदर से जो भी गिले शिकवे हैं वो बाहर निकलते रहें. My only request to everyone will be, these days are surrendering days, हम clear of energy कर रहे हैं. So please, please no tapping मत करिए. मैं let me guide you. जो मैं बोलूँगी मुझे खुद नहीं पता क्या होने वाला है मनीषा. I don't know. I'm going to guide you. जो होगा, I'm open and receptive. So one thing is just reflect on your journals. After the meditation these days, take your time and start journaling. If you have to replay the meditation again, put on your AirPods. Shivani anyway sends them to you immediately, right? Today's meditation is about forgiveness. All right, everyone, let's close our eyes. Our back straight. Today's exercise, we are going to be very, very careful about our postures. Our feet on the ground below, if possible, or cross-legged. A soft smile in our face. Our right hand on our heart. Our left hand facing heavenwards, kept on our laps. I take a deep breath in. Fill myself with hope. And as I exhale, I'm sharing my hope with the world. I take another deep breath in and fill myself with abundant love. And as I exhale, I share my love with the world. The third time and the last time for this morning, I take a deep breath in and fill myself with forgiveness. I am meant for giving love, forgive. And knowing that, I gently exhale and I'm extending myself by forgiving love. Let's tell our heart that life is magical. Life is a blessing. And this beautiful life gives us relations. So life is full of relations. Let's make our relationship with ourselves better, with the others better, by following the universal element of love and light. Today, it's all about forgiveness. We can spell it forgive as forgive. So what do we give? Love and light. By now, we all understand that everyone operates from their infinite intelligence. Whatever anyone is doing is from their experience, their mindset. Let them do what they are meant to do. Let us increase our frequency, our vibration by telling our beautiful heart that, I have your back. Let's expand our heart wider and wider. Let's forgive people who have done whatever they have done to us in their own limited mindset. Why am I still being limited? Why can't we grow, dear heart? Now that we know everyone is doing whatever they are from their intelligence, why can't we understand the simple logic and simply become the channel of love and light? Let's forgive. Let's give love. If this is what the world is made up of, if this is what we are made up of, then why are we creating these blocks? Why? Let's ask ourselves the question. What happened in my life that I am unable to forgive? Is it because of money? Someone cheated me? Is it because of emotion? Somebody robbed me? Is it somebody who backfired because I trusted them enough? What happened that has made me so cautious? Dear heart, I'm expecting answers. What is it that's intertwined in my being that I'm unable to get off? Dear heart, now as I keep my hand on my lap, please understand I am still talking to you, hoping and waiting for answers. Yes, something bad happened with us. We were robbed emotionally, physically, financially. So what? So what? Aren't I still living? Am I not still breathing? So what if that money went? So what if the trust went? So what if the relationship broke because there was no love? So what? Am I still hurting? Are we still hurting? Yes, it was enough then. It felt great then. Before this happened, everything seemed good. But then this episode happened. But so what? Can't we forgive? Can't we give love? Shouldn't we give love? Won't we be ready to give love? Yes, whatever the person said was not good. It wasn't. Fine. This is what we thought. Okay, fine. I agree with you. But now can we just become a little magnanimous, a more generous person, more compassionate? Understand that he or she did whatever out of their intelligence. It's okay. It's fine. I can forgive, dear heart, because I, the soul, am all about love. This human body, these emotions, they come and they go, and I understand. And I am with you. But let's grow. Let's grow a bit older. Let's grow a bit wiser. Let's not panic. Let's tell ourselves, I am abundant. And today I'm telling myself that I am abundant in infinite love, unconditional love. You may have done bad to me. So what? I will still keep doing good to you. That's me. Yes, I have also done bad to you by retaliating, by hating you. Because I have done bad to myself, a disservice to myself. I blame myself for trusting you, for loving you. But now I forgive myself because I was on the right track. I operated from my intelligence, maybe not good, maybe not bad. So what? Maybe I was depressed. Maybe my savings weren't enough. Maybe things didn't happen the way I had planned. So what? Now, when I look back, the frustration feels less. I feel lighter and brighter because I'm trying to follow myself into a world of light and light. I am growing beautifully. I can forgive, I can move on, I can most definitely forget. And I honor myself, I honor you. Both of us resonated at what we did for a reason, whether it's a circumstance we're talking to or a person. What thoughts are coming in my mind, dear heart? What happened? What happened? It's okay. Emotionally, we have a baggage right now. We feel heavy. But just now, we've heard that we can drop this emotional baggage so easily. All we have to do is tap it away. So, right now, let's start tapping on the top of our head, our crown chakra. Negativity, you go out. In our inner eyebrows, negativity, which I could see, it's out. The side of my eyes, negativity that I could never get away with, you're out. Under the eyes, so much of negativity I could see and I could feel. My inner eyes from all sides and outer eyes are now clear of all of you. You're out. Upper lip, just tap away. I spoke negative. I'm sorry. I forgive myself. I forgive you. Below my chin, on my chin, negativity. I spoke about you. I thought about you. I said about you. I heard about you. You're out. Near my collarbone, negativity that I stored in my heart, close to my heart, you're out. I no longer need you. Under your arms, negativity that I thought about you, spoke about you, felt about you near my heart, and let this malice toxic be in my body, I tap you away. And now I keep my hands on my laps. Dearest, beautiful body, let's invite this beautiful blue healing light energy on top of our head. Feel it gushing down, flowing down so beautifully in your body. Feel this light in your head, where your brain has all wiring, programming, structuring. We have made a vacuum by tapping away the negativity. And now what we're inviting is just positivity. I shape up my life with my positivity, with my new beliefs. And I'm setting my new beliefs. I am love. As this beautiful bright healing light is flowing in your body, in your eyes, I can see the world beautifully because the world is indeed beautiful. As the blue light goes down, I can hear very beautifully because that is what everything is all about. Let it feel and flush your beautiful mouth. I speak well, I hear well, I say well, because well is how it should be. All is well in our world. Let this beautiful healing light come to your heart level. Keep filling it. Feel the heart becoming bigger and bigger, deeper and wider, growing in all four sides, all directions. Dear heart, henceforth we will always forgive and forget. We will do beautiful things for people and not expect back. When we are love, we will only get love. When we are light, we'll only get light. So dear heart, let's expand. Feel this white, beautiful blue healing energy in your arms, nourishing you, blessing you. It's further going down in your entire body area, body organs, and healing every single body organ. It's traversing down your legs into Mother Earth with all the negativity just having flushed out. With all negative thoughts, negative conditioning, negative feelings, our body is detoxed. And dear Mother Earth, from the same beautiful roots of my feet, please understand that I am going to now invite in a lot of positivity. And you, dear Mother Earth, understand me much more than I do. So please bless me with compassion, with gratitude, with love, and allow these energies to travel in me through my feet. Feel the energy traveling from your feet into your legs, going up, mixing with the bluish healing light. When I'm so full of positivity, I'm now open and receptive for conditioning myself into new belief system. I am love. I am light. I shine bright. Bright now, bright here. I forgive so easily. I take things so lightly. And I have my decisions. I have my inner self guiding me. And whatever I'm guided, whatever I do is perfect. Because I believe that I'm divinely guided. And that it is so. I create my life the way I desire. I create so much of money so effortlessly because I am a person who's very high in my vibration. I create my thoughts so beautifully because my thoughts are so clear and beautiful. I glow with love. I glow with light. I glow with money. I glow with abundance. Wherever I go, I can spend money in whatever I want because I am ever so open and receptive. And now let's fold your hands in gratitude. Rub your hands together and tell the universal knowledge of love and light all around you from all directions that I am in a ball of love, protection, security. And now as I bless my body from up to down with a whiff, down to up on the backside, every single part of the 200 trillion cells in my body are energized with positivity. So thank you, dear body. Thank you, dear mind. Thank you, dear soul, for the guidance. And thank you, dear cosmic energy, for filling me in with so much of positivity. I am blessed. I grow the way I like. I am divinely guided. And so it is. Dear energy that flows within me, allow me to share my energy with my friends, my Sangha, and all sentient beings on Mother Earth. Let there be love, let there be light, let there be lots of healing, deep healing. Jitendra ji, Ruchi, Pratima ji, Akshay, Neha, Kunal, Manish, Kamakshi, Vijay ji, Shivani, Usha ji, Inakshi again, Peena, Amit, Kuldeep ji, Richa, Manisha, Ruchi, Chakpreet, Supriya, Arvind ji, Neha, Niriksha, Surendra ji, Rahul sir, Amita, and to everyone online and to all beings on Mother Earth. May you all be blessed. May you all heal. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So everyone, whatever came up, good. Whatever did not come up, good. But please go inwards. Right now, use this forum in the morning. Neha, no questions right now. It's time for reflection. Just send me a message and I will reply back. You're in the trance, that's good, great. So just go with the feeling, go with the questions. Sit down quietly for 10 minutes and ask your body, ask your mind, ask your heart, what is it that I'm troubling about? Whatever you know, you know. Financially, ask yourself. Personally, ask yourself. And simply forgive. Right now, your vibrations are higher. So use this right now for inner reflection, not outer. Take care. Be blessed. And Neha, let's connect around 11 o'clock. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.